All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Self Express broadcast where we ask the Self Express crew, how did you express yourself today? And today we got my boy Danny. And today I want to ask you, how did you express yourself during seasonal depression? Or how do you express yourself during seasonal depression?
Seasonal depression is tough for me. Number one, because I get it all the time. I would say for me, I definitely try to occupy my time. Whether it's spending time on YouTube, I'm always like thirsty for knowledge. To me, I consider myself a lifetime learner. So I spend a lot of those winter months just putting my head in either a book or putting my head in some YouTube videos or something like that. I'm kind of like a nerd at heart. You wouldn't be able to tell because of how outgoing I am, but like deep down inside, really, I enjoy my solitude. So those winter months is kind of like the time when I actually get that solitude. So that's really like it for me. I try to find an outlet physically because I really think that there's like two parts to my seasonal depression. I think
100%.
the first part is like that mental seasonal depression where you're craving that outer, get out, smell some fresh air, catch some air, get some sun. Where I think we're all like we're all sun beings. Everybody
Yes.
here is connected to the sun. So like for me, I think that's one aspect where I don't get enough time in the sun, enough time out in the fresh air. I'm a person that needs to be. I'm like an air sign. I need to be out in the air in the sun. So for me, I find that outlet by going to the gym, getting around people. My wife is like she's like the brightest person in any room I ever take her in. So for me, I think that just being around my wife, being around my daughter, getting a chance to go give myself a physical outlet workout, that's one thing. And then also like just feeding my mind, just staying in a book, staying in YouTube, something like that. It just keeps me going, keeps my head not as focused on the gloominess, which it truly is. But for me, I think that's one of the best ways for me to express myself. One, physically, and two, internally. Number one and number two for sure.
Beautiful. And it's good that you can differentiate the two. And so
100%.
like, depending on the day that you are having, what you need, whether that's more of a mental day or more of an active and physical day.
100%.
For your mental days, what's something that you're looking forward to learning or perfecting your craft in or exploring this winter, if you're like in terms of books and YouTube?
For me, I think number one thing at heart, I admire human nature. So like I'm a big fan of like sociology was like my favorite class in college. So I'm big on like human behavior. I love studying up on that. I like to read books about, like psychology books. One of my first books I ever read was like the 48 Laws of Power. That kind of like changed my life a little bit in terms of, how to understand human behavior and how we all kind of treat each other as a people.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things right there. That's probably one of my biggest go-tos. Everything that I usually watch on YouTube or read up on usually has a lot to do with how people treat one another. I don't know why, but that's just kind of like what I like. It's something that's very interesting to me. I'm a lover of people, as you can tell while I'm at work. I'm always talking to people and stuff like that, always trying to do small acts of kindness wherever I'm at. And that is some things that I learned through sociology, psychology, stuff like that, which is, just trying to be a light for other people.
Beautiful. So with this season of seasonal depression, does it sneak up on you? Do you kind of get a feel of when it's like, okay, it's about to be that season where I need to adjust? Or do you just know when to adjust automatically?
So it's funny you said that because like as I'm getting older now, I'm 31, I'm starting to become a lot more emotionally intelligent. So I can almost tell or predict when my seasonal depression is coming on. And it always happens like around Valentine's Day. It's like I'm ready, I'm tired of the gloominess, I'm tired of the snow. But that is when I start to get a little antsy, a little irritable. And I find that in those moments, I start to withdraw. Me, I've also learned that one type of style that I have, like the attachment style that I was kind of like, it's a blessing and a curse in a way, is I'm more of the avoidant attachment style when it comes to anything. When I feel stressed, when I feel sad, when I feel depressed, when I feel any type of way, like any negative emotion, I tend to withdraw or I tend to avoid. And that's just been just from me growing up, feeling like I didn't have a voice.
Yeah.
Sometimes feeling like somebody wasn't going to hear me out or something like that. That developed into adulthood, but thankfully I know where that's coming from now. So I can kind of like, I know how to cope with those things. I know how to self-regulate now as an adult.
Yes.
And that is important for me. So I think for sure, like when I feel myself starting to withdraw, that's when I try to make it a point to do even more acts of kindness. I try to make it a point to get to the gym at a consistent time, because programming and routine is very important for depression.
Yeah.
To break that cycle of depression is like routine and stuff like that. So for me, it's as long as I stick to a routine, get my ass in the gym, try to find something nice to do for somebody today, usually can kind of help cure that seasonal depression I feel setting in.
Beautiful response. Your self-awareness is amazing. And I just like, yes, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you for just being who you are, because you having that awareness and then coming to work and just operating the way that you operate, and us having talks. I gotta give you a round of applause, and I gotta give you your 10s, because you are really putting in that work, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I ain't got no words.
Same
I ain't got no words.
Same to you though. You always doing your good thing out here in the restaurant and stuff like that. People can sometimes get caught up in what they got in front of them, and they never really look at things from a higher perspective, but you really do. And it's like, that's the beautiful thing about seeing things from a higher perspective. If you look at it at face value, everything looks bad, but from a higher perspective, you can always see like the end. You can see the end game, and you really know how to do that. You always look at everything from a higher perspective, and you always showing light. You're one of the lightest people in the room. You really are a thermostat, not a thermometer. You know how to change the temperature of the room you're in. So you're doing your thing.
Thank you. And it's people like you who pours into me in a way that you don't even understand. Like, that's why I say I appreciate you, because like, I ain't gonna lie, you told me that you believe in my brand, and that's stuck with me like ever since. So thank you for just like how you said, like, you had a hard time when it came to people seeing you and letting people hear you out. Thank you for allowing me to provide, or thank you for allowing me to have that as well, for that safe space for me. So thank you.
For sure.
It's both ways.
100%.
I got so much love for you.
Yeah, and I want to say one more thing too before we get off of here.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you why I believe in your brand. Number one, self-expression is something that people either they find it hard to do, or they almost feel ashamed to do. And the fact that you're actually putting it on something that you can wear, you are creating a safe space for other people. You know what I mean? That's why I believe in your brand, because it's clever. It really is. It's a clever brand that you can do, that anybody can relate to. Like, yes, people can be targeted in this
niche.
In this niche, yes, exactly. So you can have a niche, you can have a target audience, but the thing is that depending on how that person's feeling that day, that could be your target audience. Today, I might feel that I need to find a way to express myself today, and just the clothing that you wear, the way that you talk, you are an embodiment of self-expression. So I definitely believe in you and your brand.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you. I value you so much, and I appreciate you.
For sure.
And that's up. You knocked my phone down, man. Listen, don't forget to express yourself today, okay? Whatever outlet it is for you, whatever gets you a sense of happiness, peace of mind, bliss, let that be your expression. It could be as simple as taking a walk, reading a book, listening to your playlist, going to the gym, whatever, okay? Whatever pours into you. I love you. Don't forget to express yourself today. And that's on what? Self-expression. You're supposed to say that's on self-expression, but it's okay. We'll get there.
Self-expression.
We have a great product in the shop that we're excited to share with you. Check it out on our site.